Welcome to the Legal Green Room, where we cover everything law and entertainment. And I'm here in Los Angeles with not one, not two, not even three, but four of the leading ladies of the emerging rock music scene. We have Mixi of Stitched Up Heart, TJ of the Nearly Deads, Lucy of Evolove, and Chastity with Beauty and the Breakdown. Thank you, ladies, for joining us. Absolutely. Well, the ladies have been crisscrossing the country on tour, rehearsing, releasing, recording, everything, and now they're sitting down with me, with you, talking about what it's like to be a female in the music industry, and not just as a singer, but as a businesswoman, essentially. I mean, your music is your business. You know, and here you are, you're not only in the music industry, you're in rock, and there's not a strong female presence in the rock industry. You know, I think it was less than 15% of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame are females. I mean, that says a lot right there. So here you are, you're attending these meetings with attorneys or not attorneys, you know, you're on Skype calls maybe. And so do you feel that your status as a female, maybe you've received a certain reaction in any way by people? I mean, have you faced that in the past at all?
There's obviously a different response to girls in the industry than guys in the industry. I don't think in some cases it's negative, some cases it's positive. We probably don't get as much credit as we should, I think. You know, people kind of undermine the fact that we are female, but at the same time we also have our perks and our free drinks, and you know, so it's not all
I
about
was going to
that.
mention the sexual harassment, but she actually likes the
Sexual harassment is the best
sexual harassment too.
And the team that I'm with now is amazing, but in the past I've worked with people that if you're authoritative, if you're assertive, if you're blunt, that immediately you're sassy or
sassy.
like, and that's like so derogatory to be called that by somebody who's supposed to be like your equal. And I'm like, if one of the guys in my band had said the exact same thing to you, the exact same way, exact same wording, exact same tone, you would be like, okay. But with me, they're like, oh, why are you getting so upset? Why are you getting so upset? Like, calm down, Like, they want to always tell you to calm down. And those people, we don't have to work with, which is the great thing. There's more than enough people in the world. There's more than enough managers, lawyers, and everything. The most important thing that we want to get out to women is you don't have to work with those people, man. You don't have to. There's more than enough people.
Work with people that believe in you.
Yeah, and that are respectful towards you as a woman.
As a female, I think we're empowered. I think we have more of a advantage personally. I feel because we have this like conglomerate of this sex appeal and this like beautiful thing about being. What's actually lacking in the female community is not enough camaraderie and saying, hey girlfriend, you're amazing, you're awesome, you're great. Let's get together and all like show everything out together as opposed to like I think we need more of that. I think we need more empowerment that way as opposed to like, oh well, I don't like her voice, or I don't like what she's wearing, and it's not supposed to be competition. Men have been doing it for centuries, gathering in armies and like conquering countries. And I'm a drummer, and so you know I've been playing drums since I was 10 years old, and talk about like having to like get past the stigma of you're good for a girl. You know, you gotta like just be kick ass.
And that's exactly that. I was going to ask you this because I learned that you were a pageant girl. At the age of 10, you entered a pageant, and your chosen talent, get this guys, it was not singing, wasn't tap dancing, it was the drums. So I wonder, looking back, do you remember any reaction from the contestants, judges?
I was a major tomboy, so I mean it was funny because I love dressing up and putting makeup on, but I also love to like put on my boots on and like go in the dirt and like pound on things, you know? And I loved that.
Oh,
and
really?
yeah, of course the reaction was like, oh my god, what is happening? But at the same time, they're like, I didn't know that was possible. Like, I love being able to show the possibility, you know, what
Inspiration to others.
absolutely. Like, I mean, someone like one time was like, oh my god, we could probably go to the moon. That's never gonna happen. Okay, watch me. You know, and you make the impossible possible as long as like you put that into motion.
Here you are in the rock subgenre, and I wonder, there's this quote, you know, there's great. I get a call. Imagine if that happened.
That's not a quote.
Seriously.
Love it.
So then, so Lorde, she has taken a strong stance against being deemed a pop princess. And in a magazine recently, she said, as a young woman, there is a lot of pressure for us to be really positive all the time. Every photo shoot I do, I get asked for big smiles, and I shouldn't have to be that way. So do you all, feel similar pressures, different pressures, just specifically in the rock industry as females?
I kind of feel that pressure.
Really, not the same way or a different kind?
Especially since she mentioned photo shoots, I actually feel like no matter where you go, you have to be like perfect and positive, because like I said, like if you were a guy and you were like just not smiling or whatever, no one would think twice, but as a woman they're like, that girl's a bit immediately.
Are you serious?
I hate.
Oh
yeah.
my god.
I don't know. I kind of feel like
Your photo shoots always come like this.
Well, she was mad someone told her to smile.
No. I always make goofy faces because that's who I am. I feel like it's not so much as people want you to be positive and happy all the time. It's like it's getting the respect to actually project who you are, and people don't understand that. I guess I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's like I'm not like a sexy like gothy like thing. I'm like a punk rock, so it's like this is how I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make my little face, like I'm gonna do that. It's just like, and I feel like with Lorde, it's like if this is who she wants to be, like that's who she should be. It's not about being positive or happy. It's just about like who she is as an artist and what she wants to portray, because really that's what you're nurturing. Like that's what people like.
But I also think Lorde's
Yeah, I mean it's like this authenticity is like being genuine. Like that's more important in the music industry than just doing what people tell you to do. And as women, I think too many women do what people tell them to do, and they end up burning out and really not being happy with what they're putting out in the world. They're not happy with their music or their image because they're just doing what other people have asked them to do. Like staying true to yourself is like so important.
I would think Lorde has other problems besides just being told to smile, because I mean, she's like 17 or 18 in this industry. She's in the middle of the huge machine, so she's not just like we kind of can create our own destinies still. You know, we all hope to be a part of a bigger machine eventually, but you know, she got kind of born into this machine, so, you know.
Is the machine stronger in rock, you think, or in pop than rock?
I think it's more organized, for sure. It's
Definitely a different world coming from it.
I do that because you experience both.
Well, yeah, I mean, well, I also played percussion for Duran Duran, you know, and that's like probably one of the biggest pop bands, you know, of the 80s. And I mean, it was interesting because everything that you thought it would be is totally the opposite, you know. Like I was like, wait a second, all these stories you hear and all these like preconceived notions, it's not like that at all. Put out music that you can categorize it as rock or pop or alternative, whatever you want, but the most important thing is just making music that feels good to you. And I think Lorde is doing that. She's making music that feels good to her, and she's in this machine where so many people are trying to tell her what her destiny is. And it's hard for her to like be able to decide because, again, she's in this like gigantic conglomerate of a machine, and I think it's hard for anybody, even if you were in rock music or, you know, I think it was more competitive in rock than it is in pop. There's a lot more like there's a lot more people, there's a lot more collaborations, I feel, or more people like, you'll see this rapper like have this singer do something on their, you never see that in rock where it's like, hey, come sing on my record. Like very few are, I mean, I think Evanescence did.
Yeah, I was just thinking that was the last time.
It's like you know what I mean?
It's not common.
Yeah, it's not. And if you did that more, you could get two great bands that love each other and create something amazing.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I don't see enough of that in rock, you know? I think we need it.
There are a lot of collaborations, but you may never hear about it because a lot of rock music's underground.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't have the money that pop has at the moment. Like rock is just really
But they definitely should get together more often.
They should.
And work on this. We're actually
We're gonna do a song together.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. You have like, you want to mention it? That'll be the exclusive right here. We can put that out.
Sing it right now.
It's gonna be about unicorns.
On a bottle of Jim Beam the other night, we decided
Unicorns
And then so
details aren't there
there
entirely
we
yet,
go.
but we will get there.
Yeah, we heard it right here.
It's gonna be jazz metal fusion.
Oh, that's gonna be that's gonna be
Obvi.
cool. I know, seriously, I'm already looking forward to that one.
to be interesting.
Thrash
I
metal.
was like, can I smoke?
With breakdowns and
folk in
screaming.
there too. You forgot the folk.
Folk,
Oh, come on now. You gotta touch every segment of society.
So we put every music in one song, and somebody's got to like it,
Yeah.
And at least one part
The
of it.
United Nations version.
Yeah.
There you go.
know?
That's essentially what it is.
Then do different languages. Okay, we're getting off the subject.
It's just about women getting together and respecting each other as musicians and being like, I really like your lyrics and the way you write, and like wanting to do it together. And you're right about the competition in rock. Like people, very dog eat dog, especially in LA, especially in Nashville, like where I'm from. It's like very like, it's.
And so I wonder, ladies, you know, in order to establish yourself in any industry, you know, whether that's music or anything else, you have to have talent, you have to have skill, you have to have patience and time. But you also have to invest in yourself. You have to have a little bit of money, and a lot of times people will try to cut corners, you know, try to cut those legal fees, not use an attorney if they don't have to. So generally, you know, let's say you're presented with a deal, with a contract, or you want to use an album artwork for your album cover. You know, do you consult with an attorney to handle that, or do you just use the internet, research, try to figure it out on your own?
As far as contracts, I would always go to an attorney. Even if it's a friend of mine who's an attorney, you know,
Yeah.
I've just had problems in the past when you don't.
Well,
do
Lucy,
that.
you had your latest album has been released through your own label that you set up, and that's a pretty daunting task. That's like, I would be scared to actually take that step. So before you started, were you a little bit hesitant? Did you even use an attorney for that?
I used LegalZoom,
Oh,
just to be honest.
okay.
And I mean, I didn't do too much. I mean, I got the DBA, I set it up, that way I could get my bank account and all that stuff. And I mean, I just kind of did it just so we could have one more umbrella above us, you know, like to put our work out.
It's just a different step. I really honestly haven't put that into consideration. I haven't really thought about like being the label. We're doing,
But why haven't you put it into consideration? Is it like a not in need? You know what I mean?
you know, I think that somebody else would be better qualified to handle that part of it, like rather than me. Like me running a label, not gonna
So it
happen.
takes a lot of time.
Like,
lot of
yeah,
time,
there's a
right?
lot of time and effort and stuff into it. We're already putting so much effort into just the band alone and managing that and
Yeah.
doing the touring and booking and stuff like that. So just like the extra label stuff is just like some other stuff that's on the list of stuff to do, you know?
Your fans, one of them has sent us a question, a musician from Iowa, Katie, and she has asked, you know, knowing that we were going to talk about legal today, she asked, what's a quality that you recommend other musicians to look for when choosing an attorney? So Mixi, if we can go on down and we'll come down to Chastity. Just one quality.
I think honesty.
I think experience.
For them to be accessible.
I think the best quality to look for is somebody that really believes in your music.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
Yeah,
all-
we're advocating
that's the
for
most important thing to me, because if they love it, they're gonna put 100% back into it. And they could have 100 clients or 2 clients. If they really believe in what you're doing, then they're gonna go all the way for you.
Great point. Those are all excellent. Well, Katie, I hope that answers your questions. And to all our viewers, thank you for watching. We've had a good time. Please, if you have any thoughts on what we've discussed today, connect with us. Legal Green Room. Mixi, your Twitter,
Just look up stitcheduprock.com and you'll find all the stuff.
all that stuff.
All the stuff.
We're at the Nearly Deads on Twitter.
Perfect.
We're at Evolove the band.
And Chastity.
Beautyandbreakdown.com.
Well, there you have it. And if you have any ideas, any guest requests for next time, just hit me up, let me know, and we'll make it happen. Thank you for watching. Until next time, have a good one.